Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Granblue Fantasy versus Rising Arc World Tour 2025. What we are about to witness right now is a silver ranking event for Southeast Asia. Now, everybody may or may not know, but this is a qualifying event. There are 18 total slots for Granblue Fantasy versus this year to get into the Arc World Tour. Last year it was in California. This year the finals will be held in South Korea. First place here. Let me tell you about what people are fighting for. I'm not gonna tell you the whole grand prize, but I gotta triple check on that. But I just want to talk about what's happening today. Is right now first place is going to be competing for 45 points. This is a silver ranking event. There are also gold and platinum. Imagine winning a platinum, that's 400 points in an auto qualifier spot. This, if you win, you will not get an you will not qualify automatically. You still got a lot of work to do, but this is key and integral to try to get into this tournament. Players are sweating. We have made it down to our top 8 finalists so far. Who's gonna win? Only time will only time will tell. Sorry about the word mix up there. But just like starting soon, I only have one word for you. Let's go. That was for you there, McClem. Without further ado, I want to shoot it over to our commentary duo, Zui and Shuabu. The floor is yours, gentlemen.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Zui over here, your typical caster for the Southeast Asian region, and I am joined today by Shuabu. How are you doing over there?
Doing good, brother. Nice to see you again, Zui. Always a pleasure to commentate with you. Always an awesome time to commentate events outside of North America, because we have plenty of guys over there, but love dipping my toes in the Southeast Asian scene. This is your wheelhouse this time, so I'm here to support you as you take the wheel mostly. Pretty excited for this Arc World Tour event. First place, even though silver is the lowest tier ranking event, first place will outdo fourth at a platinum plus event. So winning this is kind of like getting fourth at Evo.
Yeah, and it's actually the same as a typical gold event. You got 45 points for the start and 45 points for the second tier below. So that's why you see, even though players go to a lot of those gold offlines, they still join those silver events. They still have to sweat for it because it can make the difference, because there aren't that many events going around. Every event has to count, and especially if you're a top consistent player, top 8 in and offline is not easy at all. You know that in top 8 is very being one of those games. Everyone is online grinding. It can be quite volatile, so every point matters.
Yeah, as we saw last year, the last qualifying spot got in with like a difference of less than 20 points. So each of these events, not even having to win the silver event, just placing in the silver event, getting a couple of points, makes a huge difference for all these players trying to qualify, especially this year where there's a lot more points going around and the structure is a little bit different. So it'll be a lot more challenging to qualify.
Now, actually, I think obviously with the new patch going on, because it's around a bit over 3 weeks or hitting 4 on Wonas's release. And our character representation is actually quite interesting. So maybe we can go over our top 8 bracket as well, if we can. They have been fighting earlier, as Mike Ross said earlier. So we do have the top 8 right now. We got Oni, Chaineru, Asher, Kelstaza, YorYoshi, Urrequiem, PK, and MR.Box. So if you don't mind, I'll kind of intro these players first. Oni is the Beelzebub player. He was originally known for his Charlotta, and he swapped to Beelzebub and UL. So we'll see his match first, if I'm not wrong. And some other names such as Asher and Kelstaza, and from Singapore, you can see Asher being the Lancelot player and one of our strongest players around. YorYoshi, actually the only Vietnamese representative here, and one of the few Normaya mains in this region, if at all. And of course, we got players like local, who are often in the locals, if you have seen them, like MR.Box and YorRequiem. So if we get to our first match, we should have Oni and Chaineru first.
Yeah, Oni on that Beelzebub. Not sure who Chaineru is rocking, but excited to watch this game. Oni obviously having gone through a couple of character swaps, changes in the game. Obviously, Beelzebub a really strong character right now with a very diverse toolset, and then Yule kind of like a pretty good complement to that. Yule a bit more of a straightforward character, but with strong tools in her straightforwardness.
Yeah, I think UL really covers a gap in other characters' spacing trap tools. Her far medium is a crime in vanilla, but in this game it's much easier. But it gives a very rare everyone can hit confirm with a tool, and it really alleviates that mental stack. It's good to hit confirm. I'm like, if you listen to me in this region, and every time I commentate, I will flame people if they don't hit confirm like a crucial when they can. But UL, it's still a thing you have to pay attention to, and removing that mental stack from hit confirming is such a huge deal. But I do think he might be on the Charlotta this time around, and Chaineru has historically played other Arc System Works games as well. So like you have Potemkin that he's relatively known for last time around. So I think it's easy to speculate that he might be playing something like Vasaraga, I think. So Vasaraga, you know all about it. How about you intro it from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, Vasaraga, a character that has consistently, I feel, been pretty strong, especially in the last patch. And then in this current patch, he got a bunch of buffs that made him a lot stronger. So we are going to get into this game, or maybe a button check. It's going to be Oni on the Charlotte, as you mentioned.
Also, it is Vasaraga. I got it right. And it's the new costume as well, so that's pretty neat. As you know, Vasaraga has a few interaction checks. I remember you saying that you were training quite hard for the L follow-up with on the Savage Rampage. Still exists in this game.
Yeah, definitely. It's a very hard to react to situation, but you can stop that from happening. Oh, going for that even fucking countering right away.
Yeah, that's a very rare button to hit. Especially Vasaraga jump heavy, and having that much damage early on is such a bad thing for Oni, because your Charlotta, you have to play for the damage race, and if you have to interact with Vasaraga, it's always not in your favor. And good anti-air by Oni using the flash kick.
Yeah, they're going again for the JH, but getting anti-air for his trouble.
And Oni is jumping quite a lot, if you ask me. It's not bad to jump against Vasaraga compared to vanilla, but what you see here is Oni just jumping, landing, and basically when you're empty jump land, you're in a frame disadvantage. So Chaineru just reacts to his grounded option with the command grab twice.
Yeah, that's 3 ultimate command grabs in a row, just disrespecting those minus frames was jumping. And going for a lot of anti-airs against Charlotta. I kind of like that because Vasaraga's anti-airs struggle a bit at the angles and speed with which Charlotta jumps. So I like the usage of the air-airs here.
Counter hit over there, that is quite huge, and Chaineru mashing on those box strings where you normally wouldn't see a mash. I'm thinking whether Oni will try to adapt by continuing to not use the H version of basically 100 million slash, because it's very, very useful info, and Chaineru still hitting those command grabs from the Rampage, and he will get punished trying to get the Soul Forge follow-up in. And Oni should be able to get lethal here, but he misses out on that combo. No flip setup as well, and this is very dangerous because Vasaraga can kill, but he misses the command grab from the hit stun.
Right there, going for that meaty 5U once and then twice, not working either time. Charlotte has a lot of multi-hits, so not really a lot of things that doing that meaty Soul Forge will actually do. But does get a huge counter hit here into a corner combo against Chaineru, catching those mashed tech times.
Yeah, I like that Oni also went for a couple of staggers. You saw the first one there was a close H counter into a dash L confirm, and this one was a staggered close L, changing up the timing and making Chaineru guess. You can't guess every option, especially with Vasaraga's options, but what a backdash to get himself out of the corner. The grab range as well, and look at that, the health just evaporated. Chip damage coming through, and here,
and the light side twist, there we go, right? No reaction on that, and this should be death, yeah. Ton of damage left in the tank.
Oh, it was? Okay, it might be an error. There's a 3-round thing over here. So, yep, so they're going to swap the round settings a bit. But once again, to highlight, just now I feel like Oni was jumping a bit too much. he could not respond to Chaineru's more active approach in neutral. Typically, you wouldn't see Vasaraga taking the lead, and that's for a reason. The Vasaraga is a slow character and needs some momentum to roll that Soul Forge, especially now. Since the previous update, you can use Soul Forge with a charge. Like, you can basically use 2 Soul Forge normals compared to before. So I think what Oni could do here is to definitely play it more passive, more reactive, and just try to extend pressure a lot when he does not have Soul Forge and not overextend when he does. What do you think?
So they're fixing room settings, but Chaineru does take back game 1. So I think that what Oni wants to do here, right? He was doing a lot of those jump-ins at that kind of range where Vasaraga can't really consistently anti-air, where like he's doing the cross-up JM, where Vasaraga has to do like an early jump back JL and the reward's not very high. So I do think jumping at that range is good, but he's giving him a couple too many jumps at that mid-range where the 2H, if Chaineru is ready for it, leads into huge reward like we saw at the end there.
Yeah, we haven't even seen that, and we actually saw one really dangerous anti-air that went unconfirmed. It was basically all he had to do was to do a charge follow-up to adjust. It's not as simple as vanilla anymore, where you just do the follow-up directly. But you do the charge there, and he's basically dead. Even if Charlotte has standard health, I feel like you can't take that many risks against Vasaraga. There are too many conversion points. Just now, Chaineru could have done ultimate fireball into quarter carry as well, and Soul Forge. That can snowball out of control. So let's see how Oni adapts to this. I like that. That's been something I've mentioned to Oni in other times, is to use the dash out with intent on timing rather than just doing it on block to extend pressure. So now you see he's already in the corner and no Soul Forge can't get him out. The only way out is the command grab, or I guess on the tackle. And there's
just out of range of that command grab right there. Getting harassed and actually getting the air-to-air into a corner conversion right there from Oni. Doing a lot of damage, but knocks him out the corner and gets back thrown. There's another command grab.
Oh, nice! Great reaction. Breaks through the armor, and the only Soul Forge move that beats armor is the 5U follow-up from Savage Rampage. So, good reaction from Oni. Just sit on that life lead. Don't have to be too nervous about it.
It definitely goes for a greedy Soul Forge. Does get the armor, so it is acting out, but gets hit. Going for the BC. Another command grab. This time gets the DP.
Yeah, I like that. He also saw that Chaineru was moving a lot and fuzzying in the early parts of the block tree, so he saw that early million slash go well, but oh no, Oni gets hit by the Soul Forge and resets. That's so much damage because there's no scaling, there's no combo to speak of. Oni overextends on Vasaraga's meter, but it won't be a kill yet. The anti-air though, too impatient. You just have to wait, and he buffers
There's a super again. Yeah. Oni getting a huge chunk of damage here. Should get the Vasaraga life leaving
50 meter
with just a little bit.
Oh, now it's okay. He doesn't have Soul Forge, but he jumps against that chip damage coming through. You just have to DP. There's no Soul Forge. There's no fear of that.
Even with the armor right there, he had so little life that he would have died to any chip damage while armoring.
And once again, the dash out is so important against Vasaraga. Even though they buffed the hell out of that far medium, it is still an 11 frame move if I'm not wrong, and that was a misinput from Chaineru for sure.
Yeah, I think Chaineru standing up a lot during these demon flips, like right there, it's kind of scaring me. DPing on plus frames, just waiting. I feel like the command grab might be coming out very soon from standing up against the demon flip, which will lead to a lot of damage and be very scary. DPing out of that command grab, is out of range of that ultimate command grab, doing it maybe a little bit too much.
Oh, I was just so scared because Oni missed the punish on that with ultimate command grab, but Oni should be able to round this off. Another combo that he could have won for, just to be sure, is to double hit million slash and then do the ultimate noble strategy, which is a really strong tactic. But Oni once again forgets what happens at the round start and gets anti-air twice. You can see that he got impatient over there. Is that split moment, the tilt, the sudden impulse to go in once again. Look at that.
So I like this actual like neutral jump JH that Chaineru is doing. It's creating a sort of wall effect and doing the 5U, but drops the combo and gets hit by Oni for his troubles.
Yeah, that was such a bad momentum swing for Chaineru, and he did not fuzzy there. He did not want to take the overhead, so he's getting the low and the super. This is why people default to blocking low. It's just such a bad reward. Watch out for the command grab, but the throw gets baited after a scramble. Oni equalizes the set.
Yeah, Oni taking that very convincingly, so bringing it up that Chaineru not really having the correct response prepared against the Demon Flip. He's kind of standing up a lot because he doesn't want to take the overhead and then gets hit by the low, which is higher reward, just like this KO stage counter hit.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt a lot, but Oni does not really go for the dash out extension, so he doesn't get the noble execution setup he needs. Chaineru, however, is starting to not move, and after that throw, he decided to move against the staggers. He's getting flinchy on defense, and Oni breaks him open. You literally saw that. After he was holding really hard at the start, no fuzzies at all. And the moment he got that throw in, he immediately swapped.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, I know that this is the C region, but I feel like Oni is going for a lot of these American resets, dropping his combos and then going back in.
Please use ultimate. Yep, go for the corner carry. You don't want to give Versusvortex any space, but uses the wrong version. But again, with those resets, those Charlotte anchor jumps, that's so scary to deal with. And I like this combo variation. Saves up on the cooldowns, and he will use Urewa Tomaranzo for the hyper armor. Still gets the DP off, and no soul force for Chaineru.
Keeping him in the corner with that ultimate DP, gets the 6XL, gets the corner hit. Will he build enough meter from this combo?
He doesn't use the... Okay, well, he baited that out. He was actually minus there because he didn't do it super meaty. And Chaineru, that might be some knowledge gap that Chaineru has. And it's also a bit scary, in my opinion, from what happened in that set. Oni was losing so much life, even though he is... So typically, I would say that even with the same amount of touches, Oni would be able to carry Versusvortex to the corner, but that wasn't the case. He was taking half health worth of damage every time he contacted Chaineru, so that was a bit sketchy, if you ask me.
Yeah, so Oni taking it 3-1 over Chaineru. That first game looked very convincing for Chaineru, but Oni kind of picking up on Chaineru's defensive habits, catching him teching a lot. And then when he decided he didn't want to tech anymore and just held his ground, Oni threw him just enough times to get him to start teching again and just kind of crumble on defense.
Yeah.
Up next, I believe it's Asher versus Kelstaza, which I believe, as you mentioned before, Asher probably one of the favorites to win this tournament on the Lancelot most likely, and Kelstaza on the Beelzebub, who did go to EVO Japan, placed 49th. You know, that's the same placement I got, so he's probably pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of players in Southeast Asia, as you saw earlier. Okay, I'll have you guess. How would you guess that I would describe the Southeast Asian players' tendencies?
Well, I feel like, you know, coming from America, they have very American defense as well.
It's like very aggressive, basically.
Yeah.
And Kelstaza and Asher are no different from that. I've played against them, watched them a lot, and Asher, even on Versusvortex, plays a very aggressive one, very guess heavy. I wouldn't say he fuzzies a lot. As you see there, a lot of the times he reads and does immediate timings. And nice counter hit from the Sovereign Cross in the corner. And the setups. One thing that's very dangerous, about Lancelot now is that they buffed this too well to be able to chain into 2M. So any block string that you try to DP can be a very dangerous full combo in the corner already.
Yeah, definitely. And going for a lot of these fireball resets, plus again with the ultimate Rekka, tries to sneak in with a 6U follow-up, goes for the throw bait, but just a little bit too slow.
Oh, the slowdown right here now. Oh, what a match! Using the close medium. It's a quite high normal. I like it, and if he backdashes, he can catch that. But Asher just has had too much of an advantage from the start to the end of the round. So it's very hard for Kelstaza on the Beelzebub to catch up, because it's usually Beelzebub who controls the pace.
Yeah, I think Kelstaza was actually doing very well holding the defensive line, but then finally does get opened up by the cross-up right there. And
not using
the cross-up, not crossing up over there, it's hitting same side and getting this corner combo.
Yeah, and so he's going to use a jump instead. Try to fake him out early on. We got mind games already, and Kelstaza actually not using the nature of Bub's fireballs to just enforce plus frames. He just wanted that block string done in there. And here you go, Asher with little help, but a lot of meter to work with, which means that he can side swap right here with the ultimate Southern Cross.
Kelstaza right there, making the correct read that he would do a wall jump, try to 2H, but 2H just a little bit too slow. You want to do a air-to-air in that situation generally.
Going for clusters again. Yeah. So that's ultimate Southern Cross. It is. I'm surprised that Kelstaza is not Brave countering it. I know it sucks to use the BP point for that, but Brave countering that is a guaranteed counter hit, and it can give you the situation you need. You have half health on Asher already, and here you go. That's a meaty anti-air.
Yeah, gonna set up a really good situation. Doesn't quite catch his spot dodge timing. Hits him with the dive kick. Gets a big corner combo here.
Yeah, Lancelot has lower than average health, so even a normal combo will hurt so much. Gets one BC off, and that's so nice, but Asher won't be able to get the side swap. Gets the reset.
What side? Oh, small combo here, but does get that 63U. Another reset again.
Oh, God. Oh, no, and that's the round. That was robbery. Asher able to round it off with two Delta League resets over there, and oh man, Kelstaza had it so well, but he was just not ready. His hands were off the heated buttons, and another dive kick that is really nice to get around the Morgenstorm. I really like that, but Kelstaza is using buttons that are relatively slow and really long reach, not anticipating that Asher would run into a space, and now he's just holding for life in the corner.
One for throw, 2 throws, takes the third one.
Oh, that's a confirm. No, you didn't have cooldowns. And the throw in the corner, no escape. He tried to fuzzy bash, but he will get hit by the follow-up, which is unblockable over there. And that might be over.
They're going for the double side swap combo into the EX Rekka, keeping it simple, making sure it doesn't drop, because he knows he has just enough damage, and taking that second game up 2-0.
Yeah, I feel like Kelstaza actually had quite a good flow going through, but as you can see, Asher getting the read already. You can, as I mentioned earlier, Rally Fuzzies, he goes for quite committal options, as you can see here, again, going for the follow-up and the DP straight away, not afraid of anything. Just running the momentum around Kelstaza.
Ooh, I like that dash up block just to catch the Brave counter. And the whiff throw frame kill.
Wow, he's not even fuzzy throwing, and that should be dead. If he stabilizes with the Southern Cross, yes he does, and double side the cool factor kicking in.
Yeah, I like usage of that just to stabilize them, keep them grounded. You would get more damage doing a regular corner combo juggle, but there's a possibility that you drop, right? They're going for the anti-air, pushing him to the corner. Doing these 2-all staggers, just enforcing the threat of that change like you mentioned with the 2M cancel threat.
I like that Kelstaza is using the ultimate Chaos Caliber as well, getting that DP blocked. Asher getting challenged over here, and on defense will go for the wall hop, does catch it, but he anti-airs it once again, and that should be a combo to set up for lethal. Got this.
Doesn't quite get the Oh, actually, he does get the lethal.
It is lethal.
The usage of the ultimate Chaos Caliber right there.
So like what a lot of people don't know is that you can use the Brave counter, the Raging Strike follow-up. Oh god, the Raging follow-up on the combo limit, so that you get that guaranteed last hit in. He didn't even need that, but it was more than enough. Oh, the slow!
Oh, just
going to
double spot dodge into
oh god.
2-2-L.
Yeah, you could see that he was changing up so much every round, and this is going to be the last part. Kelstaza not getting the meter.
Right
it will work normally, but that's a lot of fireballs coming through, but the Southern Cross will tip him, and Asher will go 3-0 smooth against Kelstaza.
Yeah, excellent spacing right there at the very end on that 63L, excuse me, and getting that conversion off the normal hit. It's like you need that like perfect tip spacing to convert from that range. So I really liked Asher's spacing right there and decision to use it. Pretty non-committal option. And also that super against the fireball was like a really good reaction, but Beelzebub's fireball is just a little bit too slow that you can't invuln through it, right? The second hit was still on top of Beelzebub. There's probably some ranges and like timings where you can, but because Beelzebub can change up that timing, it's very inconsistent to super that fireball right there.
Yeah, you would usually do it closer to Beelzebub in this matchup.
Yeah.
In that case, people will usually go for teleport after confirming the situation, and even on and usually teleport only loses to the medium version because it's just that wall in front of him, and it is just that slow. One of those games where like you learn that slow fireballs are often pretty good, just like Jitas. But once again, I would say that with the aggressive tendencies, I think Asher was just more streamlined and in tune with his own offense. Kelstaza, especially on Beelzebub, and compounded by the fact that you're a more offensive leaning player, if you're on the back foot, it is really hard to play in that situation.
Yeah, so up next, we got our first losers bracket match of the night. It is YorYoshi versus Urrequiem.
Yeah, Urrequiem is a long-time player in Rising, has been showing up in net play tournaments for a long time, and YorYoshi, actually a BlazBlue player back then, by the way. He plays S, recently played Mai, and he is on the normal Namaya this time around. And Urrequiem hopping around characters, this time will be on the Catalina. Lots of firepower, especially from that 2M into 236U confirmed, the ultimate fireball confirmed. Will hurt a lot, but he has to get that hit against Yori first.
Pushing him all the way to the corner already, trying to fire his way out. Oh, no punish on the thrust, and DPs gets that optimal punish with that 60 day.
Wow, first round of the set, he's already getting those punishes, and he should be able to get the restand of that. Oh no, he dropped the combo
right there.
But he's still
in
a
a
pretty
good
life
situation unless he gets hit by that 2M into ultimate fireball. Doesn't go for the full extension with the light wall to push him fully to the corner and gets caught low.
Yeah, that was a confirm as well by YorYoshi on the counter hit. And I think that light wall might have hurt him quite a lot because it gave YorYoshi a pretty good position to move around and maneuver with. Makes the pressure loose, and also does not help that fact that Urrequiem won't get the cooldown cycle that well.
Yeah, YorYoshi right there, getting the BC blocked, so decides to BC and then start mashing afterwards, expecting Urrequiem to respect it.
Hey, eyeball! And going for the grab, just gonna sit on the life advantage, but YorYoshi probably tried to press 5L there, which is a strong button indeed because he's in Kagura, but he's going to be in the corner this rough, but you can't deal with flip directly in a lot of cases. Dash medium to catch the movement, and the counter does not get confirmed.
Ooh, big hit here, going for the ultimate fireball, gets that conversion to close light, close heavy, goes for a double fireball once again. This shouldn't be enough to kill, he has no more meter, but does get put into one throw lethal range with the frame kill off the DP. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, the 2M, just so strong. It's one of those normals that defines matchups. The 7 frame is not a low, but it is very confirmable. And Namaya can't fight the Fireball war against Catalina. She can actually beat Fireball with the light wall as well. And here you go, there's the Kagura punish, and this will not be very nice for his health because Namaya just does so much damage in her combos now. Going for the frame kill throw by the 7.
Oh, yeah.
One more guess.
You got throw loops.
Oh, that was a BC bait. Edge, that should be safe. Okay, never mind.
Oh, just a little bit of that extended hurt box, but doesn't get animation. Still healthy from YorYoshi. It just goes for the mash. That OS to do the 2L into Brave counter, getting Raging Strike on hit. Very scary OS to do, right? Because if they block, it's a relatively easy reaction to spot dodge. Yeah. But, you know, on hit, you convert into damage, and on block, you can get that Raging Strike, or you can get that Brave counter. And you never want a raw Brave counter because then that's an even easier reaction, right? You want to kind of OS it behind it, so even if you're wrong, sometimes you can't get something out of it. But YorYoshi swapping, or actually, wait, no, Urrequiem swapping to that Siegfried, which I believe was his longtime main for a while before the nerfs.
Yep. So like this matchup is a matchup that I play against Yori a lot. He should be quite well trained against this matchup, but we'll see how. Siegfried has a lot of control against Namaya, and actually you play outside her flip range, which is very convenient. Problem: if you DP or you fail a punish, you're missing every single chance. And Yori actually not punishing a lot of those Bay Dragons, which is very important to the matchup. Oh, he's too aggressive.
Second hit. Counter hit. Look at all of that damage off of that, equalizing the life totals, and now equalizing, getting close to equalizing the games by taking this first round in game.
Yeah, I think the problem with Yori is that he has been doing, I don't know if some people notice, he has been doing fuzzy dash out on negative situations. So he either gets caught early on in the movement frames or in the later parts. Goes for the, whoa, the reset that looked like a cross up. Somehow did not connect. That's -7, so he has to be careful. You can see Urrequiem playing the mind games already once he saw that Yori can react to it.
But oh, gets that cross-up jump. He tries to counter poke with the 2M, but it's just slow enough that he gets the jump inside swap. But now gets that hit into the meaty 5L.
Yeah, the 5L is so strong as well because after it is spaced, it is a frame trap into her far heavy, which is super painful, super confirmable, and he does not have... Oh my god, Urrequiem, they're actually mashed right away! Oh no! And there goes Yori and the round. He was playing too reserved in the corner. He was trying to get a read on Urrequiem, but by reading, you lose out on that effective, EV, the net value of your offense, and here you go, Urrequiem on the offense again.
That's something I'm noticing about YorYoshi that worked well for him in game 1 but stopped working in this game is he's challenging a lot on minus frames after blocking the close light jab.
Yep.
Like right there, if that was a jab, he would have mashed after. And you know, it is paying off sometimes, but it can be very scary because of the damage that Siegfried is helping.
Yeah, oh god, he's, as I said earlier, he's going for so many reads. He's not running that offense, and Urrequiem is getting past that layer 1 that will absolutely murder anyone. But that should be an easy dodge for Yori. Don't bother going for hard combos.
That was very scary. If he dropped it, it could have been a very scary situation. But luckily, he is able to finish the combo this time. Goes for the sweaty combo, doesn't even get to finish it, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, and actually the flip starter after counter closage is so strong, and Yori once again moving too much, and he presses on that range. That's gonna be so much damage. Message coming through. That's not even a safe jump. Yori's normal has worked against it, and the dodge, wrong range, and he will eat another combo for lethal. Close heavy, fireball, close heavy into. Are you so cool? What is it again?
Now your Urrequiem kind of flipping the tables and now up in this set by 1 round. Goes for that H fireball round start once again. Slightly delays it, but this time is just a little bit slow and loses, getting pushed slightly to the corner.
Yeah, I think YorYoshi has to. Yeah, the thing is he has to stop basically lying to himself that his pressure won't work. He's going for so many of these calls, but he could just do his normal one. If it doesn't work out, he can just push Urrequiem into the corner. Yeah, look at that. He's just doing so much, trying to do something out of his comfort zone, and he doesn't get the end here. That's going to be so much damage, and there's 1 touch remaining. Oh, he's dead!
Oh, gets that tip 2M confirmed. Is able to finish that, taking it up 2 games to 1 from Urrequiem.
Yeah, one thing from YorYoshi is that he keeps hesitating in his own offense. He keeps getting hit raw, by the way. It's not even counter hit. On defense, sure, but on offense, just hesitating like that won't do you any good against Siegfried. There's more help to work
there. No anti-airs from either of these players. Does get that to into the heavy or calm.
Yeah, he's buffering as well, so as you can see there, like, there's not much in the way of confirming for Urrequiem. So YorYoshi really just has to play for the buffer and the cooldown. He doesn't have to rush it so much. But look at that! Once again, YorYoshi trying to go for a call out, not counter hit, not punish, just getting hit raw.
Knocks the BC and then guts the throw. No response.
Now look at that, Urrequiem moving so much. Finally confirms the match, puts into the corner. Is 1 situation left, but the ultimate DP will catch the follow-up.
Yeah, Urrequiem now putting himself at set point. Just needs 1 more round to take the set. See if YorYoshi is able to make any adjustments here.
Oh, confirm. Yeah, DP again, that's fine. You still have the life advantage and the cooldown advantage, but look at that. Yori is just so scared of defense, and the same jab will get him absolutely murdered over here. This is 1 touch left.
Here.
Very hard to come back from, and YorYoshi, look at that, he's just bashing. He's waiting for the fireballs. Oh, so yes, this is a huge chance actually. Will he go for the reset? No, he will just go for the super, -2. But it means that the Urrequiem's cooldowns will come back in time as well.
Yeah, Going for that huge risk, huge reward right there. Any next hit could lead to death here, but whiffs that, tries to go for the flip right there, instead whiffs the JH and will lose the set for his trouble.
Absolute tragedy. This is what happens if you just kind of get your rotations wrong, in the wrong order. Honestly, he was basically gaslighting himself into thinking that he has to go for the resets, he has to go for the callouts, but all Urrequiem was doing was just mashing or backdashing right away. No fuzzies, no nothing. He was just mashing, he was just going through, and YorYoshi just loses every time on Okizeme. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, the video thing is back. So Box is the video thing is back. So Box is he primarily made Jita, and he has been playing oh, is the stream thing down? Okay, it's fine. The Jita, many a Jita main swapped to Vayne for a bit, still playing Vayne, I'm pretty sure. And PK will be on the Anilla, if I'm not wrong. So again, very guessy Anilla from how a lot of people describe him or just fight against him. You know, the usual that play Anilla like sheep bash into DP, and then hop into fireball. Typical flow chart of Anilla, which is not wrong because it filters a lot of people. I think Anilla is uniquely a very strong filter character, but struggles to open up higher level players. So
yeah, definitely.
I'm like quite looking forward to this because Box with the Vayne actually does quite well into characters with slow total duration moves, specifically. Because you have characters with short total duration fireballs, which can often circumvent the energy destruction. Still dangerous to throw it out on counterhead, but you can circumvent that for sure. And Nilla's fireball has very long total duration, so you can get smacked out of it super late. Even though he hops over, he puts down the shield, then does his ED. It's very hard to beat, very hard to deal with. Oh,
yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we just reintroduce the players again.
Okay.
We're gonna have Mox here on the Vayne against Anilla. As I was saying, just gonna recap. PK is one of those more aggressive Anillas, plays the flow chart, sheep into DP, sheep into sheep hop into fireball. There's a lot of that, but Box's Vayne uniquely does well into characters with total duration moves that are long. So first thing you can think of, Anilla's fireball. You can see there, she was recovering for so long, and the energy destruction could have hit her there. Plus, you can't jump on Vayne, so using that sheep hop, that KOF hop is very dangerous, and he misses the combo right away.
You need to do a heavy move. Oh, gets that counter hit off the 5U, but doesn't convert.
It's a punish, it's a punish. On counter hit, it doesn't lead to a combo though, as you mentioned, and you don't need to dodge that. Mox is twitching by a bit, but let's see how it turns out. Counter hit on the aerial version.
I just selling through the shield. So one weakness of the Vayne shield is if you can get past it, it no longer protects you from D6 itself.
Whoa, what is that? Going for the arm destruction, but PK, look at that, just no combos, taking a lot of chip damage and harassment. And there's the counter hit, that is it. The shield just blocks it.
Gets that hit right there. Just chipping him away with these heavy swings and then getting the anti-air right there at the end.
Going for those jump-ins as well, probably recognizing that PK isn't anti-airing, and look at that, PK dodging, leading to frame disadvantage. Normally it's frame advantage, but he's doing it so late, and the DP will not go punish too hard. Will spend a lot of meter on PK's end as well, so he'll have to go for 2 more touches to really finish this match off. And against Vayne, you gotta be there for a long ride. Oh, punish!
Oh, no punish on the 60M. And no conversion off that jump in.
Oh, DP again, yeah, this is it.
Again, this should be able to kill, build up enough meter into the SBA.
Yeah, so as you can see there, Box dying to 2 calls. Honestly, he has been on really good pace overall in the match. It's just that he sometimes commits too hard. Sometimes he presses too big of a button and doesn't capitalize or just sit on the advantage. So if I would see more of that, I think the rounds are going to be so much more dominant.
Oh, PK getting hit right there. Big corner combo into the 60H.
Doesn't need to commit too much, and that's the BC gone. He did not press the button blocking that, and look at that box sitting on that advantage. 6-frame punish, and that is going to be so painful to Heavy. No, he's just gonna set the shield. Will he be able to run away from the corner? Counter hit, no confirm.
Such a good situation here though for Mox. Sets up the shield, continuously peppering him. Almost catches the spot dodge right there.
Just so close, and PK will really have to go for something bigger. He has to fish for a big hit to really chase on the damage, but Brave counter is a thing. Dash outs through 1 BP. He's gonna take 50% more damage on the super. And ooh, gets 2 back. Oh wait, huh?
Doesn't get animation right there from that range. Interesting.
Ooh.
But does get the throw to kill and takes that first game.
Yeah, PK barely crossing by. Mox was just not too clean with that end game. Not playing the pieces right, just wasting a lot of his pawns, a lot of his cooldowns. And PK, once again, riding that momentum. That counter hit doesn't lead to a full combo. He does not have the meter. And no confirm once again. The one thing Box can really do to capitalize on this disadvantage and also PK's tendency is to just put out a few more medium buttons and just hit confirm them with the ultimate version of his 2v6, the multiple builds. That way it will lead to so much damage, but Box just moving around a bit too much. Can't escape the corner still, but a lot of chip damage coming through.
And just peppering him with these, trying to get him to force forward movement and then going for the 668 to knock him out of his forward movement.
Yeah, I think Mox is a bit not confident in his shield. You gotta believe in the one for all after all. You gotta use that energy destruction, really chip him out, as you can see there. Anila slightly plus, not respecting the frames, and Mox still gets DP'd from that range. One more touch, and the jump through the ED! And that should be the first round of the second game for PK.
Yeah. Something I'd like to see as an adjustment for Mox here is he gets that shield setup, which the total frame duration of the shield is kind of long. So once you have the shield out, it's a huge reward for getting the shield out, but he just runs past his shield. It's like you went through all that effort to set the shield, and then you're just running past your shield for what reason, right?
Yeah.
Versus playing like this where you stand behind the shield and they can't really do anything.
Yeah, they have to basically guess what you're doing, and Mox going for the wrong combo once again, and oh, that is far from optimal, but let's see if he can get it in time. It will go combo limit because he triple attacked twice, no confirm, but he is dead anyway with the perfect.
Yeah, couple of drops right there, and then a couple of weird defensive decisions.
Yeah, oh god, that's a lot of advantage to be had early on. The screen space is just perfect for Box, but he just keeps mashing on defense. The jump was correct, but he did super jump, which doesn't lead to much reward. You can see Box using the far out there actually on the sheep hop, which is very dangerous. Good conversion on the counter hit though.
Anti-airs the hop kind of accidentally and then gets that 68.
Oh, that's huge damage! But he doesn't go for the second ED! Still gets the kill here, but that would have been such a cool combo.
Yeah, goes into the super here, keep it consistent, and answering back, taking the second game and evening up the game count.
Quite scrambly between these two players, like drop combos here and there. It's a lot of stray hits. So I want to see either player really consolidate their reads. Both players are reading a lot with the movement, very aggressive movement, but I want to see those hits confirmed and converted.
Definitely gets that raging strike. Not a huge amount of reward, but does get set up in the corner.
Ooh. Yeah, honestly, that was one crucial mistake there. It was the jump backwards. It just gave PK so much space, and Mox is just trying to brute force his way through those ultimate sheep. Seems like he does not know the counterplay, but he does not get to. He does not use the ultimate version of the wild beat, which I would have done there because you get so much damage off it and you get a setup as well. That's a 6-frame punish. Should be comfortable for Mox to end this.
I should be able
to...
no!
He went for
doesn't
really
kill and
combo.
is actually negative in that situation. But get the 5U hit, doing just enough damage after soaking in those 5U hits from Anila to get the kill, taking this first round.
Yeah, the breakthrough just such a scary tool on defense as well, because you can really play a mind game after dash out as well. PK getting a few stray anti-airs, not much reward, keeping him in the Granblue zone, but he has to be careful every single time that 5U comes out. Box does get hit with a counter hit there, and PK should be able to seize a massive life advantage. Oh,
Takes out the DP right there, gets another hit, drops it. That was the kill combo if he had went into super.
Oh no, this is looking disastrous. Mox a bit hesitant. He wasn't ready for the hit and does not convert that with the ultimate version as well. Buster Sheep makes it through. Has the AoE on that bamboo hit, so you gotta be careful. And that's the plus frames going through PK outside the corner because Mox jump. And jumping backward. Look at that.
Oh, gets hit by that sheep kill.
Yeah, if he did not jump back, he would not have gotten hit by that. This is a really bad habit from Mox that PK is trying to abuse, I assume. Look at that dash out, dodging. Not quite a good idea. You're gonna eat a lot of damage. 6-6. Going for the shield once again. Will he go for the safe jab? No. That's a lot of life and a 0 on block, so you better use that advantage. Yeah, oh, yeah, look at that. You see that? Mox is just not confident in his shield. He is not well-versed in those scramble or unique situations, and now that life advantage is going to vanish, and Anilla is going to rush you down, unless you mash.
Doing a lot of 5Us from outside range, expecting Anilla to kind of 6XL through and soak it with the 5U. Trades with the fireball there instead, though.
Yeah, and one thing I see Mox doing is actually just doing the aerial version of 214M instead of the grounded one like you see here. It's actually so much faster and convenient to catch out fireball timings as well, and neutral buttons. The chip damage. Don't overextend there. Yeah, like you just have to
soaking up all of those ultimate fireball hits.
He just has to jab once to catch any forward movement, and PK got impatient, tried to catch that shield timing, but just do another energy destruction and your face is smashed.
Yeah, I like that adjustment from Mox. This time standing far enough behind his shield so that he can properly harass him from behind it.
Yeah, and PK still playing the aggressive game, playing with auto combos, hopping around, looking for an opening. He still has 63 meter. Any player can one hit into death. He has to be careful. And oh no, PK misses his chance, but still gets the combo conversion.
Goes into the super. No, doesn't quite. Drops it, doesn't get the super, and loses the BP for his trouble, but is dangerously close to getting put in the corner by a back throw.
This is a huge chance. Vayne has so much damage to work with. Okay, it's a dash out starter. Your opening is going to be smaller. Mox, what will you do? Fuzzy Mash goes unconfirmed. He still has a little bit of a chance. The Fuzzy Mash gets caught, and he gets the comeback with the medium energy destruction.
Catching that 2L Fuzzy Mash timing. 2L does have more recovery than 5L, but the benefit is you get to crouch block while you do it. But right there, getting caught by the 214L.
Okay, good conversion. And there goes the advantage. Mox not using it again. This is the habit that PK has to abuse. Mox hitting a huge counter hit. No conversions though. He was not ready for it. I assume he was doing the 666 input. That's why he did not have a special buffer behind it. Anti-air!
That's the anti-air with the far heavy.
Wow! Does not use the EX version though, so he does not get a bounce. 0-0 on block with the shield in front of him. Oh!
There's a shield once again. So scary once the ultimate shield is out, right? It has an active hitbox. It blocks basically everything. And whipping throw, allowing Mox to take this.
Yep,
going up 3-1 in the set, taking the set. Moving on, Mox will be fighting...
He will be fighting Chaineru, who dropped down from earlier. So, just before we go on to a break, quite fun game so far. There are a few drops here and there, the nerves kicking in a bit, and definitely showcasing the variety of characters in Southeast Asia. I feel like that's one of the nice things about this region, is that people just play who they like. They have a lot of different styles, but of course with their own little aggressive flair. You can see just so many callouts ranging from like Asher, who is the really notable strong player here, to even Mox over here. So do you have any like words before we head off to our break?
No, I mean, I'm excited to watch, especially this Mox versus Chaineru match. This Society versus Sky Knights.
Oh yeah, that's true. The Dragon Knights.
Yeah, Dragon
The
Knight. Sorry, different
the-
factions.
Yeah, the Anilla is also quite an uncommon pick. So, and earlier, yeah, it's just uncommon picks. We got 2 Beelzebubs, and I really wonder if there will be character swaps later because a couple of the players here are multi mains basically. Although they're like swapping around, no problem. So, I guess we'll be having a 5-minute stream break. So I'll hand it off to you guys and see you guys in a bit.
I flubbed it a little bit. Got the slightly off on the names, but you know. I think the music and game audio was too loud towards the end, and also like right now it's still kind of loud for me.
And we are back. How's your break? How's your recap of the games? Have our competitors taken a breather yet? This is Zui again, and I'm back with Shuabu. Now, we're going to our losers round first, if I'm not wrong. So
we have Kelstaza up first against Urrequiem. Kelstaza, you know, rocking the Beelzebub earlier. Urrequiem on that probably Siegfried. Like he was playing a different character initially, but swapped to that Siegfried. I think showing he's more comfortable on that Siegfried, even though he did lose that set. And then Chaineru on the Vasraga against Mox on the.
I do think that the Oni Asher match is going to be interesting. I think it will be a Charlotta Lancelot match in the end, but I can see Beelzebub as well. But having a flash kick is just really convenient against Lancelot as well. And one of the matches I actually want to see is precisely the Kelstaza versus Urrequiem match, because now that the cards the cards are open, everyone knows what they're doing and what tendencies they have, and how Urrequiem just tends to buffer into specials right away. I don't know if Kelstaza will go for reversal responses or just punish the Orkan, which Beelzebub can actually do very well. He has a very long 7-frame normal, was quite notorious in vanilla, and so is now. So, and also you have counter hit tools that can match Siegfried, plus your dive kick that can actually circumvent his fireball very, very well. I do want to see how that match turns out.
Yeah, and it's very interesting. They have like very kind of character-specific fireball interactions, especially once you start throwing meter into the mix. When they start using their ultimate fireballs, they both have like a very strong anti-fireball tool against each other, and a lot of like tools to be used in kind of like the full to like 3/4 screen distance. And then close up, it's very interesting because they're both like kind of slow characters, especially like movement speed wise, but also like data wise a little bit, especially on Siegfried's end. So it becomes kind of like a range with punish, like spacing kind of game, and a lot of like resetting to full screen, especially from Beelzebub.
Yeah, the thing about Beelzebub though is that one thing I like to mention, a lot of people keep thinking he's a big body, but he has surprisingly good Abare. He has a 7-framer. He has a relatively okay jab that can convert relatively.
Sure,
yeah, and he actually converts quite long range, even from a far jab. Like his far out is good, but it's actually Sheiks that's coming out as a counter pick. I actually like this Sheiks pick. I don't know if you will like it. You played Sheiks quite a lot in vanilla. You're one of the players to watch after all. What do you think about this matchup?
Yeah, I think especially in this kind of version of the game, this matchup can be pretty hard because Beelzebub has a lot of tools to kind of stuff 6 out, and then 6 has low health, so like any hit could lead to a lot of damage. Like look, that most of the hits of that drop right there, but that 6 excel will not drop into the post heavy. I think that's
and the thing about Sheiks is that he's actually super juiced up now compared to back then. He went from being a very consistent death by 1,000 cuts character into a character that can do a lot of damage with a single confirm, but just as you get punished for that, you have much less health, and Beelzebub just towering over you on the defense. Your mobility is much better in the mid screen, and now you can't run away from Chaos Caliber.
Yeah, because like it seems like it's like basically 2 wrong guesses and 6 is almost dead, right? How many hits right there? That's basically the 3rd time that Kelstaza touched Urrequiem right there, and Urrequiem is already dead. 1 command grab did half of his life.
Yeah, I think the fireballs also work like way better. Chaos Caliber especially work way better when Sheiks is in the corner. One thing that Sheiks players don't really think about too much when they ask me for advice is about the power level of his dive, because they keep thinking, oh, he gets counter here and there, but Sheiks is a character that thrives on screen space. So if you have the opponent in the corner and you are in the corner, it's a completely different world, and he should be able to get a massive lethal here, but he misses the brave counter Raging Strike. But he
doesn't quite get meter for the super. I think right there he was looking for the super cash out, but instead of converting into the Raging Chain, drops it, but is still able to take the reset and take this game 1.
Yeah, as you and the call out was really nice. That was one of the few call outs you can do against deal against the fireball from Sheik. Such a strong pressure tool and all. And look at that, just in the corner, you don't have a lot of mobility options, ironically. And now you do, but you get counter hit, and that's the end of it. Charge it up.
Yeah, right there, just doing the 2H into Karma into close heavy super. Keep it simple, don't do anything too complicated. 6 doesn't have that much HP, so any combo will do. Just want to make sure you don't drop it, especially in these tournament situations.
I like that Urrequiem has been using different versions of Rekka, but he's been using the same, he's using different versions at the start, but he's not mixing them up. So there's not much pressure yet, but oh god, this converts it around, but he still gets the hit, and that's so much damage. Projectile Invoke coming through in the corner, tries to stagger with the close heavy, but will end up losing that space with the low Chaos Caliber.
Oh, whiffs that far out and is punished by the far heavy from Urrequiem.
Go for the low, he
Goes for the
does!
empty low.
Oh. Even when he represented that command grab super back then, he still went for the landed option. No fear in Urrequiem. Oh, counter it. Ouch! Look at that, just 2 touches. Just very minor touches. Those weren't even full combos. They were just like small pokes. Usually you would say that it's just harassment or chip damage. For this character, any hit is lethal.
Yeah. Right there, so close to the corner, but charges the fireball just a little too long. See, that's one of the things that 6 does have in this matchup. If you identify that they're charging the fireball, you can react to it with the ultimate wall dive and get a full punish.
Yeah, and ultimate wall dive actually has very, very high damage for its conversions, especially how it doesn't feel like it scales at all, even though they nerfed ultimate scaling, and she gets a full carry and a close age starter, essentially.
Doing that run-up block just to catch that Abare ultimate fireball.
Yeah, and but I like that he's doing run-up into block, but he himself always should be able to go through. Yep, 1 touch remaining, but he has been doing a lot of fuzzies, a lot of call-outs. And earlier you can see he caught, most of the hits he got were low catches, actually, Kelstaza on the Urrequiem. So he taps it with the Abare, it doesn't connect, it's only blocked. But he gets caught by either medium Chaos Caliber or the EX version, which catches him low and just sends him back to full screen.
And then Kelstaza taking that game 2 now and getting ready to take a game 3.
Ooh, nice delay timing. I really like that. He tried to catch your Urrequiem's delayed turn take. Probably wanted a bigger turn. Goes for the dive kick. No reward there, but plenty to work with. No need the command grab there, but he tried to throw or master. I could not see quite sure. But he'll get a lot of damage for this. Sheik's super. SSBA. 0 PP.
Yeah, let's see if he properly times the safe jump this time. Last time, he messed up the safe jump, but hopefully this time... Oh, just goes for the run-up jab.
Oh, God.
Very scary jump over.
Uses the JL instead. And oh, nice reaction. Using the light Black Fly specifically. Because the light is so fast and is so advantageous with a short total duration. You can react with a super right there. So that's the reaction being used, right? So you mentioned the charge fireball. You can react to it and take your advantage there. But that was abused by Kelstaza.
Ooh, goes for the fake reset, but Urrequiem just kind of mashing through. Urrequiem also challenging a lot against these light fireballs that are plus. So like Kelstaza getting a lot of reward out of getting Urrequiem to mash on plus frames.
Yeah, and oh no, he got hit in the air. You cannot block there, and that will be his 3-0. Kelstaza eliminates Urrequiem. Thank you for playing, but Kelstaza will move on to fight the winner of the next match.
Yeah, and up next we have Chaineru versus Mox. So once again, that is the Versusvortex versus the Vayne. This is a pretty interesting matchup. I think Vayne is uniquely, decently equipped against Versusvortex, right? Because that shield blocks single hits. So a lot of Versusvortex's moves are only a single hits. They don't actually deal with the shield very well. And then uniquely, Vayne has a lot of multi-hits, so those actually do very well against Versusvortex, whose armor does require multi-hits to get through.
I'm a bit contrary to that opinion, because you don't have to use a lot of the single hits that Versusvortex has. I think my context is Soulforge. Obviously, Vayne's game plan is on entirely negating Soul Forge from happening in the first place. But in the case that happens, that shield advantage, you might as well not use shield. That's my opinion. It's a bit too dangerous. He can play for screen space instead. He doesn't really have to hit you to put himself in an advantage. And of course, he has his fireball to nullify poking, because if you see Debagame or some other Vasaraga players in vanilla, right, they really like to use the EX fireball as a like literal button because it has a strike at the start. So those will make Mox's interactions very difficult, and of course you have to grab to work with.
Yeah, definitely for sure, and especially that command grab does very well at. I know that Mox, as we saw in the last game, likes to 5v line. That command grab, obviously it's a grab, so it can't be armored through, which means that if Mox does stick to the habits that we saw in the previous set, that is a huge opening and a weakness for Chaineru to strike at. I don't know if these players are like watching each other's matches to try to like or figure out their tendencies. Yeah, but if so, I think Chaineru, watching both these players, I think Chaineru will most likely be more able to adapt to player habits with that information in mind.
Yeah, I think it's a really strong tool now that like if he is prepared. And also, Vasaraga has so much health to work with. You can play with so many interactions. And one of the scary things about Energy Destruction, the big swipe full screen 2 and 4, is that it deals quite a lot of damage, a lot of chip. But Vasaraga has 17k health. You have to deal with that. And Vasaraga also has very high damage output. And they even buffed his conversions. So you have to play this matchup very precisely. It's one of those matchups where you cannot make any mistakes.
Yeah, and speaking of mistakes, right there, Mox goes in, gets hit by the jump in. Chaineru liking to open up these rounds with that jump in, but gets hit out of the command block with the 5U.
I think jumping is actually such a bad idea against Vayne, though. Not even Vasaraga is safe, I'll have you know. Like, for audience, I know he has more health, but it does not mean that you should jump on Vayne either. No one should be jumping on Vayne unless you know what you're doing. But so
right
far,
there, actually catching the extended hurtbox of the energy destruction with that new follow-up of the lock. I like that. Destroying the shield with the ultimate fireball. You do lose the meter, but you're getting back in and catches the BC, catches the L whiff, and gets the far L into the round. Chaineru taking first.
I don't know if the BC was like a flinch reaction. Flinch reaction, because the charge, the battalion's heavy version is -5, and it's still going to be like your turn. You can take a much more safe turn, but instead you BC, lost the advantage, and now you get hit by the 2H combo, but it does not connect. The hard rip of the 5U, no jumping allowed. Close medium, we reset those combos. Oh wait, no, it's a crouch confirm. My bad. And then to the corner with the super, and that will be
Should
it.
have enough for the super, able to kill with that super, building up just enough meter off of that close medium ring. Yeah, Chaineru taking game 1 pretty convincingly. I think the big things are that he has a good prep response to the shield with the ultimate fireball, like you were saying, and Mox kind of not really understanding the situations. Right there, getting that Soul Forge, getting the 668, and getting the low hit into the overhead. But
yeah, you can't really use. Yeah, as I said earlier, once you have the tools ready, you can't really put up the shield, but Box seems to be just running the shield no matter what. That's plus into a delay situation, 2H charge, and he should be able to get Soul Forge again. Or meaty, and oh, he tries the greedy charge hit, but this is really good for Box. He has stalled out that. He has no Soul Forge anymore, and Vayne has enough damage, but he overextends with the jump with the energy destruction.
Actually tackling right under it, getting that punish as he lands. Very unfortunate spacing right now.
And look at that. Mox is not using the grounded version. I would prefer if you use the grounded version like this. It's much more easy to use. You don't have to go through the hoop of jumping, and this is a great position to be in against Vasaraga. Even if you get hit by the command grab, it's not going to be much. But plus, Mox seems to be not familiar with the charge range as well, the tackle plus range.
Ooh, tackle not quite punishing right there. Out of Soul Forge.
That was so scary. The trade, I like it. Resources wasted, and he does not have Soul Forge, not taking the frame advantage as well, but escapes the corner. Will he dodge? Oh, that was a nose skip. That was not a punish, but he's still back.
If they traded throws because they were close, it would have been the fastest option. You attack the throw, but Mox tying up the rounds in this game too. Gets a small conversion off the air-to-air JL, puts him in the corner.
They're going for the projectile game, and I like that finally the shield coming into use, but you have to remember he still has the battalions of fear ready. Yep, being a bit more patient this time. Look at that. If you don't get hit, you don't give him the chance to just stalk up. Counter hit, convert it once again to the 6-6H. I like the consistency, but Box gotta finish this off. The shield gives him the corner. Huge advantage, but he does not kill the Soul Forge. Going for another shield. Another Soul Forge. Let's see if he gets the chance. Projectile nullified. He's using that, but it will be punished because the shield was there.
Yeah, so once again, the shield catching a lot of these single hit approaches, like the tackles, the fireballs, all of those. And Mox also doing a lot of energy distractions to deny the Soul Forge setup. So tying up these games, going straight into it, blocking the JL. Huge 5U, answers back with his own U follow-up off the hands.
I'm curious why Chaineru didn't go for a melee over there, because Mox did not have a reversal option available as well. Perhaps he was trying to bait for something bigger, but the shield he just didn't block. Mox fighting back right away. No anti-airs though.
The hit stun from the shield was actually long enough, and right there goes for the wake up DP after getting hit, jumps back against the end.
It's not plus. Oh god, you can't let him stock up. He has the chance now, and he does. Oh, he extended his hurt box.
Gets anti-aired by the ultimate fireball. Usually when you jump over it, that is a punish, but just barely extends his hurt box into that fireball.
Cool. Yeah, I think Box is playing too... he's not treating this like a Vasaraga matchup. You have to treat this differently. You have a very... Oh, that hurts. That's a misinput. And the reset will come through. You have to treat this like a completely different character. And both players having similar amounts of health. Just hold it in and get the punish. Nope. Oh no.
Also right there, DP's
so
after
much.
the 5U. Yeah, this 5U is very scary to use it against Vasaraga because, as we've been seeing, he has that U follow-up off the stance. Armors the energy destruction, goes into the tackle.
No jumps! Oh, never mind. It's a punish. I wonder if he pressed afterwards. Swipe up. Yep, got the read. I saw that a mile away. You can smell it coming.
Chaineru once again taking the lead up 2-1 in this first to 3.
Yeah, the swipe up is like such a funny thing you see Vasaragas do, but it's just so scary because if you take any action, you will be standing. Except for a certain few, you have to low profile. But look at that. Even from long range, Mox is not getting much mileage done. No meter for the conversion as well. Oh, the hurt box extension!
Oh,
Punish.
drops it just barely.
Wait. No, what? Oh no, I mean, I guess it's okay to bring for the go for the BP burn, but the issue is that you don't carry him to the corner. He's getting himself hit though, so I guess that doesn't matter. But not using a lot of the ultimate wild beats to convert into really, really efficient combo, I would say.
Definitely, but Chaineru kind of getting really greedy, trying to Soul Forge in situations where it's not guaranteed, right? Like he's just what I like to see from Chaineru is more of that, right? Like walk up, spot dodge, just a little bit of patience right there.
Not jumping though.
Yeah.
Losing a lot of frames just spending on landing from the jump. Using the 5U again, you saw that, just what you highlighted. And here's the punish on the light battalions of fear. Knocking full screen, another shield available, and Chaineru has to really work this mountain. Getting bonked. No conversions from Mox.
Good adjustment from Mox right here to use the ultimate shield because he's seeing that Chaineru is armoring through the single shield.
What the punish?
Yeah, Mox taking this game too. I like the adjustment into using the ultimate shield. The multi-hits are stopping Voss from just tackling through them and doing armored options. Going for that 6-6H right at round start, pushing him to the corner. Once again, setting up that shield, peppering him with energy destruction.
Yeah, the shield position was actually quite smart because it prevented him from getting any hitbox on his own hurtbox on the ED as you saw earlier. I don't know if that was intentional, but that was a pretty good play. 4 U follow-ups coming through, and I really would like to see Mox just forego that 5U entirely. You might as well just do a normal fuzzy match or just go for normal defensive options because this is not working.
Yeah, right there. A lot of single hits from Mox getting countered by the armor.
Nice jump. That's a throw. No! guard crush. Okay, thank God you guard canceled. That would have been very, very scary. Ultimate shield again, as you mentioned earlier. I like that tendency, but that counter hit is going to get him on one touch left, and he jumps into the Basuraga.
That was very scary right there. It kind of looked like he actually swapped sides and it might have whiffed, but just able to get that close medium to take that round.
I think Chaineru's jumps are also working particularly well because Box is just moving back so much. He's not in a position to really punish Vasuraga for it, and the call out with the Soul Forge on the Brave counter. This should be it. Vasuraga has so much damage, but he drops it. One touch. Soul Forge. That's it. Oh!
He actually invuln through the Soul Forge hit at the end there, but was still so negative they could still get that punish. That was pretty crazy. Chaineru taking it 3-2. Pretty close towards the end there. I thought Mox was about to take it back, but Mox kind of adjusting to Chaineru's habits and Chaineru adjusting back, which is very, very well played from Chaineru. Showcasing exactly why Voss is so strong, why Voss is so scary, especially when you're cornered, when he kind of shuts out all of your defensive toolkit and you gotta just sit there and hold whatever he's doing to you.
Yeah, I think the major issue was that Box was very adamant on using 5U, and that cost him like 2 rounds basically. That's quite a lot. And I mean, it's literally 2/3. And the major issue was that he failed to play more passively because Chaineru is not really reacting. He's just throwing a lot of threats on the board, seeing if you can really remove them. But now we have Odie versus Asher as predicted with the Charlotta versus the Lancelot. One unique thing I would like to share with people is that sometimes Lancelots do like the Wogenstrom reset on offense. What you can do as Charlotta is just press 5U because 5U is unblockable, leaves a guarantee hit as long as they're within the radius. And nice call out on the end here already.
Yeah, just slightly out of range to 2H that Demon Flip right there. Historically, this matchup I think is pretty Charlotta favored because she has really good frame data to answer against stuff like the Rekka spacing traps, things like that. And also, ooh, right
expensive
there, good
though,
DP.
that DP.
And DP is right
DP
back, creating that situation, training the meter. Sometimes maybe it's okay, like you mentioned, for them to just block that instead of trying to answer it by spending meter, right?
Yeah, and it's -4, and Lancelot really thrives in those situations. The counter hit causing the bounce, and only takes the first one. Asher is an active player, but that means that they're putting themselves out there more. You can really start punishing them, and look at that, already in the corner, looking for some offense, but Asher does not convert. Yeah,
There's
that's
the
the 10
that we were
dimension.
talking about. Yeah, gets the side swap, puts him back in the corner, but Asher just mashes out with the close light.
Yeah, a lot of callouts from Asher, just as known as his playstyle. And look at that damage. Lancelot does not go light at all on his combos, and only with the fuzzy will get absolutely mauled in the corner. He will probably go for a really high gimmick setup, if I'm not wrong. But hey, he plays it stable, just playing him far back. And here the counter hit Southern Cross. Come to me. You're the one who has to catch up.
Very scary, right?
Oh, that
and
demon
what's
flip!
scary is standing up against
dead,
the demon
he's dead.
flip.
He's dead. Oh my days, I can't believe we saw a Demon Flip. One of the highest damage openers of Charlotta, and the entire reason why people do not stand up against Charlotta Onoki.
Yeah, definitely. You never really want to try to stand up against Demon Flip. You much rather take the overhead unless you're about to die, and Oni showing us exactly why that's the case right now.
Yeah, going for the new chain that they added into the update, and only getting a successful tries to go for the hard combo. Successful anti-air bait, but again, hard combo on the 6XL is a just frame link that you have to do. And ooh, okay, push him out. I don't know about that.
Going for the hard knockdown is able to get another Demon Flip reset right there. No 5U, out of range, running back in, gets that ultimate DP, putting him closer and closer to lethal, so he DPs out to take his 10 back, and gets the throw bait with the JU.
Never mind. It's not quite. The reset!
And reset into the cross up. Steals that corner, hits him, blocking the wrong side.
Yeah, not
gotta use that guard button for this situation.
Something you learn very quickly when playing vanilla against Lancelot is to use the guard button. And Oni, catches a huge 5 heavy. You rarely see that button anymore nowadays. And slow motion DP still gets it though.
He spot dodges too early because of how slowed down the DP is. It actually punishes the recovery of the spot dodge.
Oni actually had the game there, but he did not finish the combo. This is so bad for him, but the jump back, jump L is so nice into the spot dodge.
Optimal
DP
punishes here against the DP. And I like that very fast reaction right there with the JL right there. If you try to 2H, I guess you can flash kick as Charlotta too, which is another strength that she has in this matchup. Along with that L flash kick right there. It is not invuln, but it's really fast and safe on block. Very annoying tool for Lance to deal with.
The bait,
Just
but it's quite expensive.
And gets hit.
It's quite expensive. I'm pretty sure Asher was looking for a. He did not expect the bait. That's why he did ultimate Southern Cross. Southern Cross right away. But look at that.
Just a little too high. Drops the combo because of the height. Yes, tag throw, back throw incident.
Good dodge, but oh no, Oni fumbling on defense. He's switching so much there. You could feel the hesitation. He did not want to get blocked, get hit, but sometimes you just have to deal with it and find the opening at the right time. Oni did not do that and lost that one.
And right there, actually dying to the active defense killer, the run-up DP on Oki. Double side swap, gets the hit, no guard button. Just kind of spamming this 5U, kind of peppering around like a mosquito. Doing it again, there's the 5U back into the ultimate Southern Cross. It stays plus on block and gives you a hard knockdown on hit. Just kind of upping the tempo way too much. Oni not really able to keep up right here.
Yeah, just playing very fast, playing very scrambly. Look at that. Oni was looking for a bigger option on defense, but he's like, nope, I'm just going to mash. I'm going to do it immediate timing. And you have to go back to layer 1. That's one thing that I really like about Asher is that he forces you to play layer 1. He will play with you like he's playing a game of chicken. If you don't want me to take big turns or abuse my offense, you will have to stay there. You can't do anything big. You have to keep your pressure tight.
Yeah, definitely. 5U nullifying the fireball but not getting a punish, DPing out instead. Pushes him back to the mid screen, double backdash into the Southern Cross, pushes him back to the corner. Ooh, very scary jump. No air throw from either player though.
Yeah, one thing I would like to see Oni do is to honestly use use Brave counter on Southern Crossbar. It's just so advantageous for Charlotta to just start her offense and force Lancelot for an option. But the cross up counter at least do a combo.
Yeah, my days! So he actually gets a full counter hit conversion right there. And he said no cross up again. Oni just kind of getting owned by, dare we call them gimmicks, if we will. Which, like, I mean, a gimmick is not inherently bad if it works, but they are things that have very clear answers that Oni is not employing, so there's no reason for Asher to stop. And just up backing, threatening the double leap, escapes the corner right there.
Yeah, move forward, but Asher was trying to be too aggressive once again. And Oni going for suboptimal combos. If he really wanted the corner, he could have just used the 2-2-U. At least he gets the health advantage. He got the Brave counter forced out and the fuzzy mash finally. Playing back to layer 1. I will force you, but is it too late in the set?
Good adjustment right there. Because right here, the momentum, whenever it's in Asher's side, it becomes very scary for Oni to play. So Oni decides, I'm going to put you on defense, and I'm never going to let you play the game.
Good DP.
And then I'm going to flash kick to anti-air the Delta lead.
Yeah, so that's one Brave counter gone, right? Like, Asher is just such an active player. You have to guess, though. That's the annoying part about playing characters like him. The DP gets baited, and that's going to be so much damage. He should be enough to get a super, but I don't know if he'll go for it. Okay, he does.
Also a super just to gain back his VP and steal the other VP. And also, notably for Lancelot, his Oki after his SBA is very, very good. He can do a lot of things off of it. Does opt for the fireball, and they trade BCs again. Oni now has 0 BP. This is very scary. Are you going to see a raging strike?
He's switching so much. Asher is looking for that hit, but the 2-U
SSBA.
That was a buffer too. He did it the moment he got the connect. And it will be on actually health advantage for Charlotta. Asher, what will you do? Will you do Southern Cross or the call out? Teleport? No Brave counter? And Oni suffers for his sins. He does not Brave counter the ultimate Southern Cross. It was such a good advantage because Asher had no defensive options there. He used the 50 meter on that, He gets Brave counter, and he has to guess for game.
Oh, catches the 5U this time, but no conversion. BCs keeps him in the corner. There's another cross-up. No guard button.
This is looking very over for Oni. He is getting very, very flustered on defense, and he's just not playing the neutral. He does not want to. And Asher just keeps running up. Oni, the hesitation, uses the anchor jump quite well, but the DP will catch Asher's teleport. Oh no. You can see it. The blade impulse 2 times into the DP.
Yeah, the classic, as we all know about it, right? The minus frames in the DP, right there, even more efficient because he is at chip right there. So the only option Oni has is to just guess spot dodge to escape that situation, which he doesn't, and unfortunately loses. So Asher taking that set, putting himself in in grand finals.
Oh man, actually, I think Oni had a really, really good chance. But a lot of the players who fought Asher so far, they really did not want to spend the Brave counter on the ultimate Southern Cross. But it is really good because, for one, is a guaranteed counter hit, and two, ultimate Southern Cross is actually only +2, which is very good. It opens him up to the throw option much easier because in this game there's throw protection, and then you don't want to be 2+2. Run a mix-up actually gives you much more variance, and Oni just ate the offense after that, and as you saw, it almost always connected to damage conversion.
Yeah, definitely. I think Asher, like, Oni did a good job of kind of shutting out the pressure sequences for a little bit and changing the momentum, but we'll momentum it up into this game between Kelstaza and Chaineru on the Beelzebub versus the Vasaranga.
Yeah, this is a very interesting matchup because I wouldn't say it's on paper, as a fighting game player, you would think that the matchup is favored for the Beelzebub, which it is a little bit in the neutral, but once you get Soulforge, the entire matchup table shifts. All your tools suddenly become very committal. You have to spend cooldowns to deal with Soulforge, and now you have to play the damage race as well, which Vasaranga has quite a bit of health. He's a chunky boy.
Yeah, right there, catching that wake-up command grab, shifting up that momentum. But, you know, with how much life he has, Vasaranga does survive to take one more hit, which one more hit might be all he needs to get that reset.
The roll! Oh my god, that was such a good answer, but he does not confirm into the 2 and 4H, and that was actually lethal. Look at that, just one single sequence, and Beelzebub could be dead.
It was actually very close at the end of that round. Does that up back dive kick? That's an important tool in this matchup, is the up back dive kick. It punishes a lot of Vasaranga's options.
Oh yeah, and you saw that he reacted late over there. And the anti-air does not go through his super jump, which is a great idea. Just avoiding his range, but no whip punishes. The 6HH went for a spot dodge, a bit not confident on that.
Who rolls the fireball just a little bit too early, charge fireball, gets that hit. Wake up Soulforge, tries to mash against the dive kick, which is plus.
I like that option. Using just the small fireballs, using the frame advantage that you get from it, and the extra stagger when the hit confirms from a counter hit from the Karma into the uncharged super, and boop, there you go.
I like the adjustment there, not to charge it. You're just a little bit too far where charging it would make it drop. So just cashes out into the super right away, is still able to kill.
Yeah, this matchup very, very scary.
First game.
Yeah, as you see there, like the jump just costing him could be a bit more optimized with that combo. The dash out just adding one more hit that wasn't really needed, and Kelstaza still not reacting to the command grabs. And ooh, was that a jump over there? Oh god, the carnage! Help this man! Oh, you contested it!
All you had to do was block it right there. Pokes up all of those hits with the armor and is able to get that hit and take that for.
He tried to break armor, but he forgets that is hyper armor. So you can't really break it. It's not the same as Soulforge. It does not burn the Soulforge duration as well. And huge frame advantage from that EX Black Flies. Not using it too much, and the spot dodges. You can tell Kelstaza is a bit scared inside the range. He's not confident in going for those anti-airs like before, and that's a misinput that could cost him the game. Whoa, that hurts, but does not get converted.
Yeah, something I'd like to see from Chaineru is he's getting a lot of farm medium hits and then buffering into like command grab or like tackle. I'd like to see Chaineru buffer ultimate fireball behind these farm mediums because even on block, it's plus on block, and on hit, it combos off of any of his normals and leads into massive damage. And because he doesn't do that right there, Kelstaza takes this round, this game.
And like buffering, as you said, by buffering even like EX Fireball behind it, you really open up the opportunities to go for bigger hits when you get a counter hit. Because on counter hit, far medium goes into itself, actually leading to massive punishing damage. What you want to do against Beelzebub, you don't want to play the long game. That's his game plan against you, and he has much more chip to go around with. The low catches him, but does not convert into a combo. Only Karma remaining, so that's his option. No cooldowns though, only Chaos Caliber. Will he notice it? But he gets hit before that even comes up.
Light starter right here. It's going to be very close. Still able to kill because of that subtracted BP. Bringing him down to 1 for the increased damage.
Yeah, I think Chaineru is also not paying attention to the cooldowns that much because Dive Kick is not an omnipresent tool. They did change it to be a different cooldown compared to Chaos Caliber, which is actually a buff, but he has to notice that to really abuse Kelstaza's defense. Forge and the dodge. Oh, if he went for so much, that was game over. Oh, Hyper Armor!
Armors through it, but doesn't extend his hurt box, so is able to do that, and then is able to catch the backdash with the ultimate.
Oh, he does not go for the anti-air. It was over, and the counter hit does not get confirmed. He's still plus here, and the fireball behind the far light.
Yeah, I think the story of tonight is people mashing against space tackle and dying.
Yeah, there's a lot of cases where that happens. I like the walk back, but he was not confident with the whip punish. Still gets a meaningful hit with the EX Chaos Caliber, but look at that. Chaineru is just bulldogging that neutral, running him to the corner, and gets that hit in.
The classic, the whiff light, I'm plus on whiff, press another button. Soul Forge. Oh, doesn't, just a little bit too far for that H Fireball to connect. Goes for the overhead, but is BC'd out.
You guys gotta just block more, guys. It's free meter. Don't be lazy. Oh, nice. Getting that punish in. It's actually still winnable for Chaineru, but it's quite rough. You gotta play a bit slower. Nice. I like that idea. The baits. He has no reversal. You didn't have to do that. And one last guess, and he presses into the U follow-up. That's right.
Chaineru showing signs of life, taking his first game in the set. And I like Chaineru's defensive decision-making towards the end there, where he sees the charged fireball and he just holds it, right? Before that, he was spot dodging it a lot and getting hit every single time. So this time he's changing it up, and then changing it up by hitting with the low slash, trade with the fireball, but gets teleported behind on the second stance. Now he's put in the corner.
Yeah, doesn't help that.
Into close medium.
Oh, yeah, that's a real combo after the first march. And whoa, don't do that. That was a bit scary in that situation. Good thing he used the dive kick, and finally pressing a relatively fast button, 7 frames, definitely doable for Beelzebub. Teleports to the other side. Will he look for the reversal? But he does reversal.
Fireball.
Wait, okay.
Chaineru turning blue a lot right now, but is out of meter, can no longer turn blue. It's a lot scarier, but what's scary is that command grab taking that round for Chaineru.
He does not DP on Soul Forgeless March, which is definitely a mental stack thing. And look at that, everyone is backdashing round start against Chaineru. They're not active and stopping him, and there they are. They're in the corner, stuck here, eating a jump heavy dash out, true combo, launch that, and oh, he uses the Raging Strike. Quite interesting for the charge in. Oh,
that's
my
a
days.
Huge amount of damage. Just a perfect sequence from Chaineru to take that perfect game in round 2 and take that game 2 on the board. One last game for both of these players in this loser's side.
Yeah, just using those low slashes round start again. They're just so strong, but Chaineru not chaining those combos together. Still gets that massive hit, and the armor comes through. 2H is a combo, but he will go for the save option. For one more Soul Forge. He gets it again. What is happening?
Yeah, Kelstaza really scared of the wake up of the command grab on his wake up here, trying to jump every single time and getting hit by that charge heavy, just chunking him, doing so much damage. Does jump the command grab this time. No JL to punish, and that is a cross up now as a recent change. And the other change is the Soul Forge speed, allowing him to punish the mash. Rolls behind 2+ from the crushing blow. Ultimate command grab taking it.
I like that roll from Kelstaza, but he was just a bit slow to the decision making there, spacing himself out with the medium Chaos Caliber. I like it, but the part I don't like is that he keeps re-engaging. He keeps trying to interact with Chaineru, and it's not paying off. He might want to just slow down the game a bit and let Chaineru just punish himself.
Right now, Chaineru getting armor once again. Very scary right there. No conversion into the Raging Strike.
Yeah, super.
He's in such an advantageous position.
Yep, breaks for the
animation too.
And also Soul Forge cooldown. Look at that. The Soul Forge meter is going to start going down right now. So this is the now or never moment. He goes for throw instead of going for chip. And gladly takes the fireball exchange. Ooh, that was a bit too close. He almost got hit there, and that might be disastrous.
And now it is final round for these players.
Yeah, man,
no
look at that.
Conversion off the far light, but pushes him to the corner. Gets a lot of stray hits, but no big damage yet from either of these players.
I think this is fine, though. He doesn't have Soul Forge. If you don't let Versusvortex play, it's fine, but he gets command grab there. No anti-airs. He keeps jumping. Look at that. He then jumps again, and oh, no.
No punishes on these command grabs.
Oh, God. You have to go for the big combo now.
He's not going to build up enough meter after that H Fireball because of the meter scaling from using Raging Chain. But is able to get that counter hit for heavy into Karma, taking the whole set off of a heavy, far heavy, buffered into Karma, getting that punish on counter hit, and getting that combo to Kelstaza will be moving on, and we are seeing the end of Chaineru's run in this tournament.
Yep, G to him. And honestly, just to break down the matches a bit, I really like the adjustments in this match in particular, even though like it looks really scrambly. You could see the intent from these players, but it is very what do you call that, all in type adjustments. They're very call-outy, which makes it very exciting, as you saw there. And but the main scary part of Kelstaza and is that he was just so active with the dive kicks, and you might not necessarily need to do that against Versusvortex. You can really play the game slowly, and you can actually use the dive kick during Oki, especially because he has to deal with the command grab. He can't really just use the ultimate charge because that was 5-frame armor, even though it's hyper armor and leads you a full combo. So a lot of strategy going on, but both players staying true to their roots, trying to show each other whose aggression is better.
Yeah, definitely. Kelstaza showing a lot of really good answers to all of Chaineru's tools. Even though he didn't get a punish every single time, he did avoid the terrible situation to be put on defense against Versusvortex and avoided a lot of damage that Chaineru has been taking all night with his command grabs, his ultimate command grabs on defense.
Yeah. One unique thing, though, is that he did ultimate fireball one time on wake up, which is pretty cool. If he jumped, he would have been in an air unblockable situation, and it is less well, I wouldn't say less risky, but it is an alternative to the ultimate tackle versus ultimate command grab pseudo mix up you see on that play a lot. I like that. Whether it's a misinput or not, that created some unique situations. And GG's to Chain, though, going so far, even though he is not the most frequent in the online brackets, doing quite well in this AWT Silver event.
Yeah, he will be taking home some points off of that. And before we get into our losers finals match of Oni versus Kelstaza, we will be taking another stream break before we hash out the rest of the tournament with losers finals and grand finals.
Yep, so don't leave just yet. Grab a water, grab a snack, and just stay tight. More matches to come. Oh, sure, but you don't have the saga plush that people meme about a lot.
Which one?
Which those are the Arknights ones, right? On
Yeah,
the background.
the
Oh wait.
beat.
Oh, a second.
Well, okay, looks like
Okay,
we're back
nice.
here.
We're back.
At this Arc World Tour Silver event, doing a little bit of behind the scenes chit chat. But welcome back, everyone. We're here at the Southeast Asia Arc World Tour Silver event, watching losers finals between Oni and Kelstaza, the Charlotta versus Beelzebub, and the winner being able to get to fight Asher in grand finals, who is waiting there with the Lancelot.
Yeah. So Asher on the Lancelot looking super smooth, super in tune. You could tell he was really flowing with the character, right? He was like going left, right, going with a lot of the resets and just sending everyone to losers in relatively clean games other than the occasional scramble introduced by Oni and Kelstaza. So these two players are opponents that Asher have defeated, actually. So right now, Oni and Kelstaza will have to fight it for a rematch against Asher, of which I'm very excited to see. Right here, with how Oni plays both Charlotta and Beelzebub, I think that he's actually quite well equipped for this matchup because he's quite ready. But the thing is, with how generic Beelzebub is, he's a big body, but he has a lot of the generic tools out there, so definitely can play quite different to how Oni perceives the character. On the other hand, I think Kelstaza might have to be careful of getting overwhelmed with the offense, because that's his main weakness that he has shown against Chaineru, Asher, and yeah, those two matches in particular. He was vulnerable to really hyper offense and resets, and that's the thing I'm concerned for him.
Yeah, definitely. There is one thing I've been seeing Oni do throughout the night. It's shades of my boy Alex Smith's Charlotta, but he likes to do the block string of 2L into 214H, which it's very interesting, right? Because it's like a plus on block move that does combo if the 2L gets the hit, where normally otherwise you wouldn't be able to get as good of a combo off like 2L far L chain. If by buffering 2L into 214H, it is a true block string. It combos on hit if you catch them walking, and it also leads into a much better combo on hit and gives you that plus on block advantage state with the 214H.
Yeah, I also think that there are some combo choices which I think Oni could be better on. For example, I think you should know as well, like one of the combos that Charlotta is very stable on is Raging Strike into Raw 2-2U. It gives very good setup afterwards. And even if you don't want to spend Raging Strike, you always have the option to just do far medium into 2-2U, like ultimate noble strategy. So I hope to see Oni employ more of that combo decision making, because it will count a lot in this matchup. You don't have a lot of chances to touch Beelzebub, and he is a big, long-limbed man, very cool looking, swimsuit out one. But yeah, Charlotta, very difficult to play neutral in, but definitely doable.
Indeed, and with that, we'll get right into that neutral and see how Oni can navigate it.
Yeah, like going for the dash block already, I think this is such a good start for Oni. He's demonstrating that he has no fear, but he has to take lower risk, obviously. Like, he is going against Kelstaza, who has shown to convert from those anti-airs quite consistently, and just holding as a part of the process.
Yeah, going for these long-range jumps, but whiffing that 214L gets punished from Kelstaza.
And also, I actually think one aspect of the matchup that we want to see is whether Oni can react to Chaos Caliber or Fireball Buffer. Nice combo choice. And with the 5U. Because like the Belial does that as a core counterplay to this matchup, and Oni already demonstrating more of this matchup knowledge and variance. He's feeling more comfortable even using that U million slashes.
Isn't quite ready to do the ultimate Chaos Caliber. That is a punish when you roll the Fireball, but it wasn't ready to react to that roll. Catches the jump in, but is able to block in time, but is not able to block the far heavy, gets the counter hit right there into the Karma, taking this first round.
Yeah, normally 6XM on Charlotta is super strong, because compared to her size, that button is massive. And also extends the hitbox way past where she is. which makes it a really strong neutral too. The problem is Oni keeps taking a lot of big risks in neutral, so it's really easy to catch and cash out. But just now going for the Killer B follow-up, which is super nice, and using that anchor Charlotte jump, getting the combo, and no, he does not go for the medium to stabilize the combo. Tries to bait again with the jump. No plus raise is trying to bait out a response, and he does. No!
Drops it right there, doesn't get the button to come out in time, and just buffers the Raging Strike, dropping the combo.
Okay, counter hit, that's a combo. Never mind, no punishes for both. And the throw bait. Oh. Okay, here we go.
Oh, right there, there was a slight gap where Kelstaza could have DP'd, but wasn't ready and gets hit for his drop.
Yeah. Oh, and nice, using that anchor jump once again. This time he ran before it, so Kelstaza was not looking for jumps, just slightly before Oni started, and using the Killer B once again. He leaves the opponent grounded, so that's a full combo where he just casts over the super. 5H into the ball. And one touch remaining. Keeping it safe from DP.
There it is, the 2L into 2-1-4. It's just a built-in frame trap, leaves you plus on block, does a ton of chip damage. Oni able to take that first game off of that.
Yeah, I really like how he stabilized at the end, and he didn't choose to go for the slow options because Kelstaza has been looking out for it so much. He's just going for the EX double strategy into the Killer B follow-up, which is very, very nice choice. Kelstaza has been getting himself hit because he's trying to contest that. Oh no, the jumps. Not good. Chipped out already.
That jump with that fireball.
Yeah, Oni is moving forward a lot. That's why you see Kelstaza using the 5H to try to counter hit, but he punishes the 5U so appropriately, and that will be a charge SBA. So much damage.
Early into that super, goes for the safe jump setup here. Oh, just spot dodges a little bit too late. You're actually not even in range, but throws the sweep. The sweep actually moving her into the throw box, getting that throw right there.
Oh no, that's chip damage from the Protect. And the Chaos Caliber will come through. But one thing I like from Kelstaza is that he has been quite consistent with using far heavy into 2-1-4L so far on block. And also getting some nice punish, nice space. Not hesitant to use the EX Black Flies, right? Because he knows that that frame advantage is just more important than saving the fireballs. Switching the side, that is not looking good for Kelstaza.
Right there. I like Kelstaza. I like Oni using these ranges of jumps where Kelstaza is not confident to anti-air, but Kelstaza is confident to get that hit into the corner. Doesn't quite get a full combo, but gets a very advantageous situation.
He gets the punish as well. So that's a scramble game from Kelstaza. Oni couldn't get the control situations that Charlotte really likes, and you could not really interact. And oh, baits out the jump, as you said earlier, using a lot of the different jump ranges, going for the safe combo, not even gonna try going for the crouch confirm and the double DP route. Tries to go for the command grab, a bit greedy on Oni.
Kelstaza identifying that situation and identifying the spot dodge, getting the ultimate Chaos Caliber.
Yeah,
whiffing far heavy twice, doesn't quite get the punish, but is able to get the sweep.
I think Oni should really aim for whiff punishes now because he's actually playing at a range where he's getting Kelstaza to flinch. He's doing part of the job already, but does not go for the Raging Chain.
So much chip. Kelstaza has no resources, barely any life. He's gonna die to chip. So very scary spot dodge to do right there. Could have been punished, but instead is able to take it.
Oh, and huge. Yeah, but he used the light version, so he does not get the conversion quite consistently. And oh, he's going for the slow one again. Oni, you're repeating the mistakes like you did earlier, and now you're stuck in the corner trying to scramble your way out.
That was a really interesting Chaos Caliber hit. He actually, it hit she bounced on top of it. And so he actually probably could have converted after it, but was not ready for that situation. The link into super is gonna do so much damage. One throw kills.
Ooh, gets tapped. Nice dash out. I like it, but no conversions. The DP will come through, and Kelstaza did not use Chaos Caliber. Unisonic earlier, so he has the DP available.
Yeah. Oh, so something I'm liking that Kelstaza is doing a lot at that range. He's expecting these dash-ins or these 6-6M sweep lows. So he's doing this up back dive kick at a range where if Charlotta dashes in, she might be forced to block it, or he might go over her low. And getting that hit from Oni.
But the thing is, what you said earlier, Oni is getting Kelstaza to flinch. He's doing far heavy to try to stuff out that forward movement. He's jumping so much. It means that Oni can easily force situations where he can't normally, where they stuff buttons out. He can like force frame advantage, force them to the corner. But Oni is getting so many straight hits connected on him, and he's in the corner. He can't fish for whip punishes if you jump.
Yeah, definitely. Right there, there's the up back dive kick. Once again, getting the hit. No conversion off of it. No DP on the gap. Yeah, he actually went for another up back dive kick right there, but it was on cooldown.
Oh,
and the command grab.
If it goes
Minus
past
DP.
half of its health, it's lethal. It's not. And you go for the side swap. Oh my days.
Kelstaza taking
actually,
it
I
up
think
2-1.
I think that back jump is really abusable by Oni. That's my genuine thought. But Oni is not finding the windows. He's finding the ones that move him backwards, but he's not getting the whiff punishes. He's not getting the combos completed. And he is not ready to react to the jump back because neutral jump keeps him in the same area. Jump back will move him back so much. And Beelzebub is not a character that can take forward space super easily.
Getting a good conversion right there into the super, getting that refund on that BP. One throw should kill, goes for the low. Good decision right there. He was blocking low. If he went for the command grab, it could have been bad. Gets the far light counter hit into the kill with the second far light. Just keep it simple and clean.
Yeah, I really don't like that Oni keeps trying to overextend. This is the main reason why he has been dying. He's too active. You can easily lock up a matching Charlotte, can play the Granblue zone, can force the whiff punish with the ultimate ball. But look at that, so much damage being dealt, and Kelstaza misses the input, gets a huge jump. Oni, what combo will you go for? 2-2-U?
Probably the 2-2.
No.
No 2-2-U right there.
Going
So it
for the
goes for the
setup.
light
No.
DP.
Oh! That was
Fair.
punishable! That was command grab
DC
as well.
right there.
That was so scary. Oni was basically dead there. Nice dash out.
The conversion with the close light, but just a little bit too high and drops it. Something I'd like to see from Kelstaza when he does these charged fireballs. It's a guaranteed ultimate karma, but it's a 2L, no conversion.
Oh,
Side
that's
swaps.
noble execution. And it's that Oni makes it all the way back from these two grueling rounds. It might be 2-0 within this game, but look at that. He has been struggling so much in neutral. He's trying so hard, and Kelstaza taking a breather. I like that. But I want to change the strategy up. Oni actually is not working too well against Kelstaza's base layer. If Kelstaza tried to abuse Oni's movement habits a bit more, it might be very beneficial. As you see there, just catching nothing.
The conversion into light Chaos Caliber. Heavy Chaos Caliber would actually whiff right there, so I like the decision to go into the light one instead.
Huge jump by Oni. Lots of mental stack with those staggers, and those auto combo resets are actually particularly beneficial for Charlotte because if you try to take a delayed turn, she jumps over you and you die. Great patience from Kelstaza, but he's in the corner now. Convert!
Ooh. That was actually a little bit of a reset right there, but is still able to get the hit and take this first round in the final game. Oni now on set point against Kelstaza. So
I want to see a little tempo swap from Oni right here just to throw Kelstaza off. But Kelstaza's just doing his usual stuff. Still in the corner though, like you don't have to jump. Like look at that, great backdash into the jump, gave him an DP, gave him enough time to react and just keep him in the corner. You don't have to go for it. Look at that, go all the way in. Limit his options, but Oni is just pressing so much. That's another combo. Nice,
not as much
good combo
damage,
choice.
but still good decision right there to go for the light hands, keep all of your cooldowns.
That DP read on the Chaos Caliber. The DP is omnidirectional on that side though, and Oni will take so much damage for this. Victory
Doesn't quite
is
get the
going
corner
out of his
actually, but
hands.
does get a lot of power. I like to see the ultimate karma right here. No ultimate karma, and trades with the anti-air, gets a small trade
Nice.
combo.
The delay, but he does not get the optimal. Does not go for the 7 frame. Killer B tries to
reset.
bait out the command grab, but
Drops
the
it
reset!
and gets for the Beijing strike.
If he loses this, he will be a very sad man. He frame counters it because he did not go for the kill only. Hitting training mode.
Oni's game to lose here now as they're tied up and into the final round.
This is completely Oni's fault. He had the advantage the whole time, but he just failed to get the crucial hits that killed. He even had another chance, but will he seize it this time around? He has the ball available. Yes, Chaineru's timing. No, I mean Kelstaza's timings. Great DP. Oh, huge counter hit. This is the super. Just cash it out. Get the life advantage. Don't stress yourself too much.
Gets that refund off of that BP. Whoa. Look at the red on that life. Goes for the overhead. One more
He can
throw.
take the command grab completely fine. He does not need to. He does not need to be scared. The command grab does so little damage on one full BP. Just pressure him. Don't let him jump. If you let him jump, it's over. Great answer. And the ball will finish him off.
Catching the startup of that Ultimate Chaos Caliber is Oni taking the set, taking the game, taking the set, moving on to grand finals for that run back against Asher. And you know, the set count was 3-1 earlier between Asher and Oni. Maybe Oni is able to make some adjustments. Like, we know it's possible for him to win a game, which means it's possible for him to win a set, but you'll need to win 2 sets, and we'll see if he can do it.
Yeah, it's a lot. Even if you go for a straight 6-0, like reverse, which gives Asher, who is one of the stronger players in this region, a lot of chances to just down Oni, you know, especially in the first set. And with how convincingly he beat Oni in the first set earlier on winner's side, he might probably feel comfortable. Like, he doesn't need to, he might just spend a bit, sacrifice a little bit to get the downloads in and see what kind of big hits he can get away with. Maybe Oni will smarten up to use the guard button a bit more, as Asher has been abusing that against everyone. But earlier against Kelstaza, he actually hasn't been using it. So I wonder if he will just keep that reminder in his head.
Yeah, definitely. I think very important is Oni had a whole set to try to get used to using the guard button. He did use it like a couple of times at the very end. A lost because he wasn't using it. So that's got to be fresh on his mind. And hopefully after that, he kind of drilled it into his head to be like, I got to use this guard button or I'm going to die. And so if he's able to use that, it shuts down a lot of the gimmicks that Asher was employing. And you know, the neutral and like the offense defense like sequence, I feel like Oni had really good answers to stuff like Delta Leap, which, you know, we saw like a couple of the other players were struggling very hard to deal with that. Like Kelstaza kind of folded almost fully to that Delta Leap, while Oni had good answers to that. He was just losing to these left rights, a lot of these like run up, jump, 5U throw baits into like cross up side swap kind of situation. So I think it's very important for Oni to employ guard button. Everything else, the other gimmicks, I think Oni, amongst all the players that we've seen tonight, has the best prepared answers against. So hopefully he tightens up that aspect and we'll get a good grand finals.
Yeah, I really like that Oni using Charlotta, he's using the advantage of a flash kick. He knows the 5U counterplay against non-EX Woken, which is really good. It shuts down a lot of options, especially on Wake Up, because some Charlottas don't realize that there's a slight delay, so you can still parry it and catch Lancelot with the unblockable. But again, I think Oni's major issue, the bane of his existence, is his own overextension. Players like Asher and Kelstaza have options to escape with their characters from the corner. But Oni keeps going in again. They're just not boxing them in. He's not playing the Granblue zone, even though the Granblue zone is not as oppressive as back then. You still have to play it. It's still a universal fighting game concept. Keep them in the corner. Don't let them play.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll get right into the games. 6XL to start the game. Asher all the way in, gets DP'd out. Momentum shifting with the BC. Drops the combo and gets the punish off of the 623H.
Yeah, nice. Saving it early, keeping the advantage, and he gets the DP out. This is completely fine from Oni, using the guard button now and knows that you can guard button and press at the same time. Oh no, but he DPs prematurely.
That's the new change. Her DP is actually a lot more negative now. DP, both players just letting everything rip.
The thing is, Oni is actually in lethal range here. Like, oh, the reset! He's playing vanilla. The Blade Impulse would chip him out.
Yeah, right there, even if Oni decides to DP right there, it's still such a good situation for Asher. Going for that throw, no tech this time.
Oh yeah,
Getting
like,
that low, and there's the new change with the 2M conversion. So high value, catching the walkbacks.
Oh,
Gets the
this is
side
huge.
shop, goes for the flash kick instead, and
Punish.
baits out the DP.
That's so much damage, and Oni has such a good position here. The drop combo! He must be thinking, what combo should I do there? And okay,
Comes over the super. It's fine.
Good
5U
reaction.
to catch the M
Oh
Gorilla
no!
Blade. Those heavy counter hit. I like the wait to stabilize the combo a little bit.
Yeah, he has the super as well. So flashy stuff needed. And man, that was a hard call out by Asher, by the way, on Wake Up. He was on defense, Oni had all the time in the world to stagger, but Asher just let the 5H rip, and Oni gets paid for his crimes of trying to call Asher out. No, you don't. You can't do that against Dabs, but nice neutral jump from Oni, just fighting back against Asher's aggressive playstyle.
Yeah, I like that. Take the chip damage from the H Demon flip. Oh, anti-airs with the 63U. Gets the corner combo right here. Gets the run up. Gets the rest of the combo into the setup.
Oh,
frame kills. Lots of chip damage from these throws. Even more chip damage. There's the Delta Leap. Doesn't quite catch. Ooh, miss inputs right there. I'm sure he doesn't want that teleport.
Wow, he's trying to mash to catch the Delta Leap, but oh god, the situation is so bad. He did not use 5U. He's gonna get one punish.
Asher taking that round off of the 80 total frame duration with sweep while frozen.
Oh, nice. Great stuff from Oni, but look at that. He's just pressing at the wrong times. I like that you're being active on defense, but Asher is catching you every single time for doing that. Oh my god, he's spending resources just to keep Oni in the corner, mixing him up with that turbulence, and look at that damage. One more situation left. The Wogan Storm. Set.
Takes the throw this time. DPs, keep him in the corner. The momentum is so high for Asher. Gets DP'd back himself, but this is totally fine.
The Pro Bait finally connects.
Tech.
He has to go for something bigger. He can't just play the usual Oki setup unless he can secure it. The overhead. Asher BCs. Oni, you have to go for something big, but the true... Wait, that wasn't an exclamation mark? He didn't even DP.
He might have left a gap somewhere in there. It looked like it was a DP.
There was a cross-up opportunity there with the gap, actually. So
yes.
If you're not holding the guard, but it will be over. But early counter hit. Ouch!
Spending the Raging Chain just to get that corner conversion into the wall combo. Not really for damage, but to get your cooldowns back.
Oh, huge timing catch by Oni, and spending that can equalize the health situation. And look at that, he's going for so many throws. I actually don't think Oni should be going for throws. With Asher being super active on his defense, your strikes will be just in general more efficient, even on fuzzy callouts. I would like to see Oni use less, but this might be over for him not using the guard button into the SSBA.
Yeah, Asher taking the round once again with another cross-up. Oni hasn't really been guard buttoning these cross-ups, actually. He's just been mashing, which in a lot of these situations so far has helped him out more, right? Because he's decided that he doesn't really feel comfortable implementing the guard button into his strategy right now. So he's going to do what anyone can do. You don't need to learn to mash. Anyone knows how to mash. So he's doing it in those situations. But in that situation, did get caught crossed up and does get caught in the corner now into another setup.
Oh!
Throw tags.
He walked forward full tag, by the way. That was so ballsy of Oni, and still ended up being in his favor. Going for the killer B follow-up, and look at that! This is the problem if you don't keep your pressure tight. Oni is trying to find a bigger window. Asher, 1, 2, big combo to the corner, and this probably will leave him at one situation left. Wait, no, it's lethal. Raging Strike, and the finish 3-0 for Asher.
What a fast grand finals from these two players, but congratulations to Asher. He is the winner of this Southeast Asia Arc World Tour Silver event. We'll be taking home a clean 45 points, but not too shabby of a performance from Oni. Is taking back home a good 20 points, which is a lot. 20 points was the decision maker between going to Arc World Tour and not going to Arc World Tour last year. So, if either of these players want to travel out more, there's more opportunities for them to make it further. But just well played from Asher, just taking advantage of the things that worked and adapting to the things.
I really like how we managed to highlight a lot of the different adaptations, but really nice to like it's really nice for us to see that like when he couldn't use the guard, but it obviously it's not optimal. But there are some like tournament in the spur of the moment you have to do it within 10 seconds, like adaptations that you have to do. Only did try, but I think the pressure that Asher offered was just too much for him. Asher was just flowing on his character, very familiar with a lot of those situations. Meanwhile, Oni was struggling to catch up on the scrambles. It's not necessarily his sequencing. If anything, his offense has broken Asher as well, especially the full baits and the rounds taken very convincingly. But Oni has choked a few rounds even in the finals that perhaps in finals get cracked to him.
Yeah, definitely. But good stuff from both players. Great, very fun grand finals to watch. But with that, we're gonna toss it back to the GOAT, Mike Ross.
Yep. So stay blue, and me and Shurabu will catch you guys next time. To you, Mike Ross.
Thank you so much, Zui and Shuabu. You guys were awesome. Excellent. Thank you for holding it down. And of course, congratulations to Asher as well for winning the tournament. Amazing, amazing Lancelot play with his relentless corner pressure. That one was for you, Zamu. And NorCal Granblue, I also want to say I have to check with my Hollywood schedule because I'm hoping that all of you guys will be able to watch and attend, at least all of the competitors in here, our next Southeast Asia experience at the Southeast Asia Major, October 4th. That will be a gold ranking offline event for Granblue Fantasy Versus. So hopefully you guys will be able to attend. And if not, we'll be able to tune in and watch some more Granblue Fantasy Versus action. Again, this has been an amazing event. I want to thank all of you so much for sticking around. Thank you for all of the support and congratulations to all of the finalists today. We can't wait to see what you guys do in the future tournaments. This is Mike Ross signing off, and I'll see you guys next time.